The Apostle Peter wrote 2 letters to the Christians who would live after his decease. In those letters, he described how false teachers would enter in and teach things they should not. In 2 Peter 3, he addresses the last day Christians with these words. Verse 1, "This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance." My comment here is, evidently, Christianity has a case of amnesia, and there has to be something to jar the thinking of last day Christians in order for them to enjoy the things that their pure minds want to enjoy. Going to verse 2, "That ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets." I'll stop there to comment that the holy prophets didn't write to the Gentiles, they wrote to Israel and Judah. And the Apostle Peter is saying, I want you to remember the things that were spoken before by the holy prophets. Going back to the middle of verse 2, "And of the commandment of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior." Knowing this, how do I comment here? How do I know this was to the last day Christians? Because he says so right here in verse 3. "Knowing this, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, Where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation." Here we are in the last days, surrounded by scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and who have given up, it seems, on the promises. The promise of his coming, for one thing, but all the other promises that the holy prophets had made to Israel as well. So, if we want to restore our memory as the people who hold the precious faith of the apostles, we have to go back and fill our minds with the words of the holy prophets in order to understand where we fit in these last days.